Hello, it's June 3rd, and these are some announcements for the coming summer and school year. We've had a lot of questions from community members, parents about what is going to happen next year. I guess first and foremost, just to let you know, we are fully planning on starting at 100%, all the students returning in the fall, and we sure hope and pray that everything will be resumed to normal and remain normal throughout the rest of the school year. So a few different things in talking about next school year. First and foremost, just want to thank you as parents, community members, and especially our staff in making sure these last 12 weeks were be as successful as they possibly could be with the situation that we've been dealt. So a big thank you to all of you and especially our staff members. Next year, we are already talking about it because we want to make sure that we have a plan in place that we can, if we are affected by it, that we will be able to start that plan as effectively as possible. Again, we're hoping in August we start off at 100%. Everything will be good and regular. As I'm hearing from a lot of parents that they want to see that everything is going to be back to normal, and we as educators want to see everything back to normal also. However, the health departments and health officials are saying that we might see a resurgence in the late fall. We've seen the Montana University system. They are actually starting early so they can finish before Thanksgiving because they feel like the second wave of this coronavirus is going to hit in late November or early December. Again, we're hoping that that's not going to be the case, especially for us here, and that we can maintain regular school environment throughout the course of the rest of the year. But just in case, we are making plans. First and foremost, we want to hear your thoughts about what we can do. So please fill out this brief survey about some things that went well, things that we could do better on if, again, we have to go back to this remote learning. We're just trying to be preventative and just want to reiterate that over and over again. If we do have to go into some kind of a remote learning program, we want to do things a little bit differently than we did in May. If we go to a phase one, which is the most strict, where we can have no more than 10 people in a room at once, we still want to bring students in Monday through Thursday. What we found is that students need that connection with the teacher so teachers can follow up, and then also alleviate the burden of parents to really hold the student's hand and make sure that they're getting their work done. So Monday through Thursday, we want students who live in town to come in from 8 to 11, and students who live out of town to be coming in 1 to 4. So 3 hours they'd be in school, they'd be able to get their meals here, and they'd be able to get some of the support that they need. Again, we would be doing this if phase one, we can't have more than 10 people together at once. And so we would be having a lot of small groups throughout both schools, separated, and they'd have an adult with them, working with them. It might be their teacher, hopefully it is, but it might not be their teacher also. Fridays, we would not have school, but it'd be a time for teachers to get some extra prep time. And then students or parents, family members who don't feel comfortable bringing having their children come to school, we would look at doing some kind of medical excuse or speaking with our district nurse to make sure that that is acceptable. We found that some students were making this they were trying to use this as an excuse to blow school off, and we had some students that really did not make meet their potential like we wanted them to. We would keep students in the classroom all the time. We would try to rotate teachers if we need to do that. Obviously, we'd be closing libraries, gyms, playgrounds, and we would not be having extracurricular activities. Now, phase two looks a lot like phase one. The only difference is that the grouping, we would be able to increase the size of the group. So instead of having small groups separated throughout the school like we have in phase one, these would be a little bit bigger. Hopefully they would be, again, with their main teacher or teachers, depending on which school that they're in, and be able to get that help and support that they need. We'd be going off the same schedule, everything else. And right now we are in phase two, and so you can kind of get a sense of what is going on around the state and the country. Phase three, obviously, would be 100% capacity. Everything is back to normal. And that's, again, what we're hoping will be in August and throughout the rest of the school year. But just want to make sure people are understanding and see that we do have a plan in place, and we want to make sure that we're meeting the needs of all the students, and we're meeting the needs of all the families too. And that's why we're looking at having students come in no matter what kind of phase we're dealt with. And so if you do have any questions, or if we can help in any way, please let us know. Please let us know through this survey, but also if you do have any questions at all, anytime, you can give me a call or give any of the other administrators or teachers a call, and we'd love to hear if there's anything that we can do to help and support you during this time. So let's keep fighting the coronavirus, and hopefully we'll be back to normal throughout the country and the world in just a few more months. Thank you, and hope everyone has a great summer. And thank you again for your patience and your great work in making sure that this was working as well as it possibly could during these last couple months.